And welcome back, everybody, to the GSA 70-star tournament group stages. Today we have Lunar Jump versus Poke 711 underscore. And today I am joined by my partner in crime, Simply. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing fantastic, Pitt. Thank you for asking. I am excited to see some Lunar Jump action and some Pokey 711 underscore lovin' action. And we do have him in the call for a little bit of a pre-interview. Poke, is it Poke?
I have no clue.
Or Poke?
Yeah.
I feel like Poke.
I say poke because it's the fastest way to say it.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's fair. We'll go with Poke. Poke, you're going up against Lunar Jump. You know, he's kind of a big man, really big thighs. They're kind of meaty. What do you think?
Pretty meaty.
Definitely.
I don't know. I'm saying, my last run was okay. Maybe I can, pull one just the same. Maybe. I don't know. Going into this race, I'm not that confident, but take a
as long as you
W.
have fun. As long as you have fun and you keep the passion, you keep the energy, anything is possible.
That's definitely for sure.
And it appears as though Lunar Jump, the man himself as well, will be joining us here for pre-interview in just a moment. And there he is. Oh wait.
Nah, it's just me.
Bring.
CoCom, throwing Simply off. But we are now joined by Lunar Jump. How are you doing, sir?
Yo, what up? Pretty good. How you guys doing?
We're
amazing.
We're Gucci Gang.
Nice, dude.
Ready
You
for
guys
some?
this?
Yeah, you ready for 70-star with stops?
Dude, I'm so ready. I just got home 5 minutes ago. I'm literally like trying to warm up my hands in a desperate attempt to get warmed up while talking to you guys. I'm not kidding.
How's that going?
It's good, man. It's good. The hands are moving, and that's all we need, right?
I mean, pretty much.
It's part of what you need.
Yeah. I'm good, man. How's Pokey doing? Is he here? Is it Pokey or Poke?
That's what
we just had that discussion.
I say poke.
Which one is it, man? It's Poke?
I say poke. Yeah.
All right, cool, man. GL, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you for racing, man. Thank you for actually showing up. Shout outs to Tago and Kai, man.
Okay.
Calling him out.
Yeah, it feels good to actually show up and be respected and have a guy to race against. I love you, dude. Thank you. Much respect.
Dude, Lunar Jump spitting the fire, but also respect at the same time. It's kind of like I don't know. It's a fire that doesn't quite burn. It's good. I don't know. Only Lunar Jump could throw shade that's somehow bright.
Yeah.
It's so next level.
It's a good way to put it. I hear what you're saying. I don't know if everyone else is, but Lunar Jump, always genuine, true to himself. Gotta love it. Thank you guys for the pre-interview action. Good luck out there, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fun, man. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Man, that guy he's just a ball of energy, really.
Yeah, he really is.
It never seems to die down. It's just always burning within him. Mario is his destiny. It's clear.
Yeah, he's got those big meaty thighs, but hopefully not the big meaty claws. We saw Mr. Krabs having trouble playing instruments. I'd imagine that he'd also have troubles with the N64 controller.
Yeah, I don't think Lunar Jump will have to worry about having big meaty claws, but I am glad that you are worried for him. It's important to, be cautious because these things can happen. But people are dabbing in the chat, I will say. How's everybody doing out there tonight? We are rocking with a no delay right now, so we love you, and we can have a little.
Oh my gosh, Pity! Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome to the Prime Claw Club.
Commentator welcoming himself to the club. A little bit atypical, but we will allow it. I also would like to welcome him to the club. Can we get some dabs? Can we get some clocks in the chat, please? Lunar Jump versus Poke 711 underscore. Rocking the emulator, looking, okay. Those letters kind of looking like booty cake.
Yeah, the letters not so great.
it's weird, right? Because it's emulator, so I don't know. I just think that if you had an emulator, it would look pretty good. But honestly, you can't beat the N64.
There's a couple things about emulator that look nice though. We got to give it some credit.
I don't know, man. What? Okay, give me. What do you think?
I kind of like the outline of like the star count and like the coin count text on the emulator HUD. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like we'll see it.
Yeah. No, I know what what you're saying. I'm feeling what you're putting down, but we got a race.
Yeah, we got double English version, so you know both players opting to play the faster language for this run.
Yeah, oddly enough. And also, I don't have a good segue for this, but Vi is a thing.
Oh yeah.
Would you agree?
I would agree. You know, we just saw Gomble take down Cheese, who was seeded second in the Triple Bingo tournament losers round. I mean, there could have been a crazy, you know, upset bet on Gomble. So maybe Poke will pull off the same. Actually, I don't know who's the favorite here. Probably Lunar, if I had to guess.
I mean, I feel like people are a fan of the underdog.
Yeah.
Typically, and I feel like in this scenario, Poke is definitely the underdog, but I wouldn't say it's to a point where he can't take W. Lunar Jump is kind of
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Yeah, Lunar Jump. He's a man that sticks to his strats. He's ride or die, and it's quite possible that he just dies. And it looks like he's going for Island Hop as well.
There it is.
Oh wait, no, he switches.
The fake
His camera was for Island Hop for sure.
Okay. Where is he going?
Interesting fence clip. I don't think that strategy is very good. He lets the bomb just destroy him while facing the other way. You know, cool guys don't look at explosions, but cool guys also go fast.
I mean, you could still see, he didn't look at the explosion there, and he got a star. So right off to the bat, right off to the beginning, Lunar Jump looking a little bit shaky. He did mention in the chat, or in the pre-interview, that he is, you know, trying to warm up. He's going back in. I'm very curious.
He's going in for Island Hop.
Oh
yeah, okay. So he did the double fake out.
Wow. This guy's playing us like a fiddle right now. Lunar Jump,
but
you never really know.
This is still not a good decision, though. If you were going to do Island Hop, it should have been first, because if you fall down, then you can do Bomb Clip as a backup.
Oh,
okay,
and he's slipping all over the
really
place.
struggling right now. He can't get the wall kick angle. Okay, finally up there. Okay. He needs that first seat. Nope, not going to work. Second try, that'll work. And not to the island.
Down, and now Lunar Jump losing a lot of time. He's going to take it.
Exit, looking like non-stop with that. And he's down a full slide star.
Indeed, he is.
If you look at that star count comparison for Poke versus Lunar Jump, you see, you know, what I was talking about with that little bit of extra outline.
Oh, yep. Yeah, I'll give you that. A nice little outline.
That's how I usually tell that it's emulator. Is just like the outlines on the HUD.
The HUD.
Yeah, the HUD.
So Poke, missing the red. That is
Lunar Jump. Texture setup has to re-grab an extra time though.
Nice. Let's get it going. So Poke off to a super nice start. This is the start that he needs, but he is not taking advantage of it.
100 coin looking like it's giving him a little bit of trouble. Usually it's like the unholy trinity of Whomp's Fortress. 100 coin, Canalus, and Owlus. One of those bound to, you know, go wrong usually, especially in a race. Pretty hard to tie them all down perfectly.
Yeah, and I mean, on their own, they don't seem that bad. I would say 100's the worst out of all of them. Owlus on its own, you know, in theory, not too shabby.
Yeah, I think that 100 coin is definitely the hardest.
But, I mean, you see it all the time. Players messing up Canalus, players failing Owlus repeatedly. Lunar Jump
misses his side flip, slides a little bit there, misses his side flip again.
Cannot get it going. It's just it's
there.
I feel like he's ironing himself out. He's warming up those hands. Those big meaty claws are looking big and meaty, and he needs them
definitely
to be
looking like claws instead of hands.
Yeah. Okay, Tony Hawk has entered the server, and he's up.
Okay, interesting dive by Lunar Jump. I'm pretty sure that was a missed input.
Yeah, that was interesting. Worked out. Didn't look
so
too slow.
Poke Poke did what I like, 100 coin first in Wom's Fortress, and now he's moving on to the rest. Texture setup for Catalyst.
Man, whenever a player goes for
good.
texture setup, I feel like, I don't know. You gotta be brave to go for texture setup.
Something that maybe, you know, like pseudo guaranteed with the longer Catalyst setup becomes a little more volatile, and especially in a race that can be really ripped sometimes.
Right.
But both players can be working on Alice now. It looks like Lunar Jump is ahead, but he doesn't have that side star yet. Poke, he is afforded the luxury of doing Lakitu down there because he's playing on emulator.
Right.
So a little bit different there on how it looked for Alice.
Honestly, it's what you're used to. Like, I personally don't like Lakitu down just because that's what I'm not used to.
Well, yeah, we're used to Lakitu up. Wild Blue for each player. It looks like Lunar Jumps was a little bit more solid. But
he's
not
crispy.
too bad.
Crispy like a nice Pringle.
Yeah, I mean, you'd expect you know, a high level 16-star runner to have a really good Wild Blue.
Definitely.
But now we are in territory that is not covered by 16-star, and he misses the fence clip. Oh, just like I said.
I thought he was gonna bonk there.
Oh,
okay. Poke.
So Poke, yeah, he had his double jump eaten there. It looks like he pressed it maybe a little bit too early.
Yeah, taking us back in time to simpler days when you would just do the Owlus setup, get up on that island, and then head on over to the Womp. Super simple.
Super casual.
Yeah, and you can see
an amazing
Lunar
backup though.
Okay, Lunar missed a star there. That's a small time loss, but Lunar he's already making up some good time. They went into Womps at pretty much the same time, but it really hurt Poke to miss the Womps 100 cycle. That's like once you miss it, it's just guaranteed.
He missed a full cycle. That's so much. He didn't even get to like a half cycle as a backup. It really just boils down to missing that one red coin.
Yeah, I mean that's what cost him it there. Lunar Jump with a nice top of the fortress. Poke as well, looking pretty good.
Yeah, he's only like 6 or 7 seconds behind right now. Well, I mean, he's actually way ahead because he already has the slide star, but you know what I mean. Lunar Jump saving like 6 or 7 seconds in Womps.
Ooh, nice angle though. Lunar Jump. Wiling out. Oh, okay. I like the wall kick. I've been seeing that more and more. I wouldn't be surprised if that's as fast or faster. Okay. Long
it
jump
looks really
from Poke.
cool.
It does. Lunar Jump with a cheeky little single jump into the slide.
Lunar Jump doing rollouts to start the slide instead of, you know, the standard long jumps. I think optimally there, if it's done perfectly, you save 1 frame is, I think, what I've heard.
Yeah, that seems to be the general consensus. Oh, Poke slipping all the way through.
On the box.
See, if this is what's happening, he's going to lose that lead in a second. If he's not polished on every star, it adds up so fast.
See, I don't know how you lose a 40-second lead in 1 second. What could happen? A death, perhaps?
Perhaps, but twins, he's got him, but wow, he is looking out of control.
Okay, man, rein it in.
Shoutouts.
Camera work.
Yeah, how did he miss that? He was going right into it. Poke.
I don't know.
Oh, that flying had me a little bit worried. It's got me a little bit worried for Poke right now.
Interesting switch box break. It looks like he barely hit it.
Those fine motor movements. Thank you, Sandro Rev, for the 105 bits, sir.
Yeah, so now Poke is only up a wing cap, and that's not that much. Interesting movement to Dark World door.
Oh my! Flip. Lunar missing the twins by a mile.
Yeah, no twins for Lunar Jump.
Yeah, that Poke movement to Dark World, that's a trip. That's what I did when I first played. I was like, how do I get over there? And I just made up a triple jump dive, and I was like, oh, this is sick.
I mean, at least you got the fence clip, right? That was cool.
Yeah, no, that was nice. Oh, I thought Lunar was gonna miss the star there. That would have been bad news. But wrapping it up. Okay.
Yeah, not the best angle. It looks like he bumped his head on top of the elevator too. That was pretty crazy. Seen that. No, I haven't seen that either.
I think he's just super high up on
a lot of dust on that rollout there for Poke. He's doing poverty.
Okay.
Looks like he's on normal cycle now. Okay, maybe normal cycle.
That's
no. It's still normal cycle.
Yeah. He'll take it, but Lunar Jump, I mean, I doubt he's going to drop a Shiguro cycle here. We'll
No.
see, though. Gets the button press. I feel like once you have the button press, you're pretty much secured for most players.
Did you mean you doubt that he's going to drop a Tsukishima cycle?
No.
It looks like he's going for his eye cycle.
Oh,
Okay,
but not if the Goomba
yeah.
has anything to say about it.
It's just going to be a
popping him.
regular Shig cycle now.
And a shock.
And yeah, missed throw for Poke. But hey, did you expect Poke to be up by this much in Dark World? Maybe not. You could have bet on this race at buy.gg and made a pretty penny.
Pretty Penny. Pretty Penny's nice. I am a fan of Pretty Patties, personally. Lunar! Be careful, almost entering the pipe. My goodness.
One thing I always wondered about the Pretty Patties episode in SpongeBob, did Mr. Krabs just screw up the next Pretty Patties and then that's where like everyone's tongues got colored? Or were they always that bad and SpongeBob just kind of like sold out early?
You're gonna have to refresh me, honestly. I'm out of the loop.
So Mr. Krabs, he like trades the Krusty Krab for the Pretty Patty stand, but then the next day they all come up and they're like, your Pretty Patties like turned our tongues like purple or whatever, you know?
Your theory is that no, that makes sense, but now give me your theory.
Yeah, is it that Mr. Krabs screwed up the stand after SpongeBob left and that's when the side effects happened? Or were they already getting them in the first place from SpongeBob, like when he was running them? Like, was it a doomed business from the start?
It's a great question. Honestly, $1 million question, if you ask me. Yeah, recipes to Steven.
But Lunar Jump now working on this same star, but with the wing cap. It looks like he's having a few small difficulties there, though.
Yeah, Poke had some strange angles, but he's so low.
Yeah.
Lunar is
Lunar
not getting
jump,
a star.
yeah, that's so low down.
Oh, and a jump in the man. Every time, I swear on my life, every time a player ground pounds or misses a ground pound on a star and then they jump at it again, they never get the ground pound. They always just do a huge jump into it. It's the double burn. It's like a law. Like
Yeah, why is it so hard? I don't know. It just happens.
You're just so frazzled from missing it that you can't think anymore. Cannot process the button pressing. It's very difficult. I don't know why you'd be upset with a colored tongue, though. Wow, Lunar Jump wall kicking really high. I thought he was going to hit the ceiling there, but he's good.
Yeah,
that was
I don't think
actually really nice adaptation right there. Usually people roll out past it, but Lunar Jump pulling
honestly, there was one guy who had his tongue go in the dark. Like, why wouldn't you want that? That's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, we are talking about a cartoon show where it's creatures talking to each other under the sea, so logic is
That's
basically
true, but
thrown
Lunar
out the
Jump
window.
with the tree grab, trying to get the red coin. That's a little rip. And it looks like Poke is going for CCM 18 instead of CCM 17. I'd expect that we will see the double pillarless from Lunar Jump, considering that he does work on those SSL secrets in Nonstop 70 Star. It's just the one more pillarless, which he's very familiar with.
Yeah, would not be surprised to see that from Lunar. I am a little bit scared always when I see a player going for Cuckoo Mountain 18, as they can possibly miss a coin on the slide
while doing 100 coin.
That would be even more time lost than we saw Lunar lose at the beginning. Okay.
Oh, a safety coin from Pope.
All right. Well, now we don't need to worry as much.
Won't be screwing up.
Both players opting for the side flip jump dive on the slope there. Not really sure why. I mean, I can understand Poke.
It's fairly old, but I guess it's just more reliable for them.
Sure. Nice triple jump.
I've personally been starting to mess around with the triple jump dive into the chimney after the warp. It's really cool.
It does look sick. It looks really hard. I feel like you always miss a coin, and it can be really scary.
You don't always miss a coin. You can definitely control it a little bit, but yeah, you can fill it in a way so that you just kind of slide down.
Okay, packing the coins on.
He's gonna have. I think he tried to miss a coin there. That was crazy.
His wallet is stuffed at this point. If you get 2 extra coins, the star is way further up, and he's prepping for triple jump dive.
But I think maybe if he just kicked backwards, he wouldn't have this problem.
Here we go. Here we go. That I feel like that's the right move. If you try to long jump for that, it's just barely out of reach. It might be possible with like a frame perfect long jump, but it is quite difficult.
So now we see Lunar Jump pulling ahead, but he will have to do that double pivotless. It looks like he was going to SSL, but decided to go back to BBH now.
Thinking about how the game works, there's a lot to remember. Fortunately, the game is somewhat linear, so it's not too bad. Poke going to be joining him in Big Boo's haunt. Okay, wow, both players struggling with coin for castle movement. What?
Yeah, coin castle movement.
Classic. Poke trying to go to BOB and Lunar Jump trying to go basement.
Okay, interesting triple jump wall kick back from Lunar. I actually haven't seen people do that.
Yeah.
And a ledge grab. Yeah, Lunar Jump not having the best BBH right now. This is a lot of potential time save for Poke.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Definitely potential here. Does he got the sauce? He's got
Oh, yeah. Got the nice railing clip and everything. No ledge grab. Yep, this is solid time save for Poke. Oh, until he bonks. Level 2 bonk.
You've upgraded to a level 2 bonk. Okay, Poke going way over there, but that'll work out. That'll play. Something I want to note is I haven't seen, I don't know if I've seen Lunar Jump in a 70-star race before this race, but I know that in the 16-star Invitational, oh, I love that long jump wall kick, buddy, Dusty boy, it's getting up.
It can be tough.
I noticed that Lunar Jump has changed his attitude toward racing. When I first saw him in the Invitational, he almost lost because he was going for the strats that he would go for in runs, which typically involves, you know, you reset a lot, so it's okay. But in a race, you can't afford.
Yeah, you can't fall back
reset
on that.
So he's actually adapted it a bit, and I think that we're also seeing that reflected in his 70-star. A little bit more conservative strats, a little bit safer.
Yeah,
I think it's the right move.
There's some runners that they have really high potential, but they can only unleash it in like a vacuum, right? Like 1 out of 1,000 runs is amazing.
Right, and I mean,
you can't count on those odds in a race. It's just, it's not gonna happen.
Another player that comes to mind is Ouija. Ouija got knocked out by Super Viper in the 16-star Invitational as well, and that was just mostly due to Ouija not backing down on his strats. But sometimes you just gotta swallow your pride. Big bomb, Papa plus. Boom! Double jump!
It's super good, but a little bit of he struggled a little bit with the pyramid entry, but still they're going to be doing secret starting. Oh wait, no, he does this star first. Interesting.
All right, now Poke is up to bat.
Maybe he actually doesn't do the second pillarless. We'll see.
This looks like a medium bomb. The angle has been changed.
That's not really going to work for Poke.
And he's stuck in the sand.
Trying to top the pyramid as a backup.
Okay, interesting. Getting caught up there.
Pillarless for Lunar Jump.
All right, man. Beautiful stuff from Lunar.
And no chance at sound glitch here. He just really doesn't want to fall off before getting the third secret.
Ooh, I like that. That cheeky little ledge clip from the single jump.
A lot of dust.
So,
second pillarless here for Poke.
Yep. Okay, big
bomb. Bomb. Yep, very good.
Ooh, all right.
Okay, that was spicy.
Man, it's crazy how many different pillarless strats have sprung up recently.
Oh no, he's fine. He's fine. I thought he was so slide off the back and then die.
Yeah, that would have probably put Lunar Jump in the lead, but I think Poke's still rocking it, but not by a huge margin. Lunar Jump made up a lot of time with those Papa pluses.
It's not much at all.
Yeah. Now, will we be seeing Hazy Maze Cave late from Lunar?
Yes, I feel like we'll see it late from both players. The reason why is because of just the amount of stars that they have after SSL, the 24. Because you do 6 in Lethal Lava Land and 70 stars. So since they're at 30, I feel like they'll do HMC late.
Yeah, definitely the right move if you know your stuff, movement-wise. Can save you a pretty second. Save 10.
Actually, HMC late isn't the most optimal route, at least as far as timing goes right now.
Really?
Yeah, it's a little bit faster to do SSL secrets and then do Tiny Huge Island Reds instead of doing HMC late, if it's done perfectly. Yeah, pretty crazy.
That is pretty crazy. That's pretty brazy. Okay, Poke. Putting his cap on his head. Lunar as well.
Okay, long jump back into Lethal Lava Land from Poke.
Okay, selecting the star.
Poke maybe looking perhaps a little woke.
Whoa. Moke. Commentators just rhyming. Without a reason. Nice lava boost though from both sides.
Yeah, that was really good.
Lunar saving some time with his advanced.
But
boost.
they both had a really good ending after that. The pole, like if you touch the pole at the bottom, you can basically just run around that little platform of land. And they both went for the long jump wall kick.
All right, Poke heading towards some bully thing.
Ooh, let's grab skip from Poke. Okay. He went for. I think that there is like a strat for like let's grab skip bullies now. It's just.
All right.
It can be pretty tough. Okay,
yeah,
lunar jump. He went so high on that pole. Maybe he was scared that he was gonna fall in the gap between the two islands.
Yeah, typically you see players roll out on one of the lower pedestals, but I guess that's just another example of Lunar, you know, knows that he can save time over Poke just off his speed and is not too worried about the strats. Just as long as he's not dying or not making big slip-ups, he's comfy. Ooh, nice ground pound.
And a nice ground pound, yeah. Well, one thing that can be kind of difficult too, though, is
that's a huge bonk.
He tried to clip the fence. Yeah, and frame drops. Interesting burn right onto the arch there.
Yeah. Oh, not clip. And
he's dead. He didn't get the star.
I saw it a mile away.
I knew it was
saw that a mile away. Oh my goodness, too high up. I've never seen that in my life. I've never seen that in my life. There's the first time for anything, and that's the first time for that. Poke really, you know, digging himself in his own hole. And he's deep in it. At this point, I would say,
he does it again!
Poke, this star has his number.
I feel like he's had this problem before. Look at how he just double burns onto the arch every time.
He's got the setup. I like that double burn on the arch. It's
yeah, that was cool.
And the speedrun hands, the SM64 hands coming out in the chat. Very sad moment indeed. Poke, you know, had it going there.
The newer hot log rolling strat, at least in RTA, a little newer.
Yeah. Nicely executed.
You know, Poke has that backup for the hot log rolling. Had the difficulties with that star, and also long jumps into Lethal Lava Land. I have a feeling like maybe Poke has a rough history with this stage.
Which is interesting, because a lot of the time you hear that Lethal Lava Land is an easy stage, right? It's not too shabby.
I wouldn't say that any stage in this game is easy. I just say that in comparison to other stages, Lethal Lava Land is consistent.
Okay, cheeky little burn from Poke, giving himself a little butt boost up onto the platform. Not going to cost him too much time. We did see Lunar struggle to get over to the 30-star door. I don't know if you caught that, but he had a bonk and a ground pound. So Poke could save some time over Lunar on his way to the 30-star door. A couple of seconds. But we can clearly see that Lunar has now gained the lead.
Lunar jumped into the lead at this point.
Quite literally.
Yeah, pretty much whole planet's distance apart here.
Oh, and a beautiful chest grab from Lunar, just deep in that chest. Stroking. And he's in there. Nice star grab. Poke, nice entrance, you know, rolling right into the water. Amazing splash. I would give it a 9. It's honestly incredible. Mario has no fear of a belly flop or back flop. He does not appear to ever flop, which, I mean, I think it's pretty impressive, but missing a stroke. Poke. Stroke. Commentator having a stroke. He's got it back together now. Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, no, it's fine. I was kind of waiting to like use the stroke thing, but it's like pretty dark. It's just like when I heard you saying it, I was like, okay, maybe it's good I didn't say it.
Commentators getting a little dark out here, you know, when it's a swimming level, it's just, you know, not a whole lot going on, just some swimming, but we will be approaching Fire Sea shortly. Pitt, can you tell me a little bit about Fire Sea? What is there?
A lot of lava.
Okay.
Some platforms, specifically one really big moving platform.
Okay.
And you know, making a good cycle on that platform early is very important to high speeds. And there's some more moving platforms at the end near the 8th red coin, and getting a good cycle there also is very important. And you want to get all 8 red coins and make the best cycles possible, or else you're losing a bunch of time. And you don't have much leniency at all for this cycle here that lunarjump's going for right now.
And there's also a lot of lava, which is important to note. Very red. Lunarjump rocking the high saturation, so my eyes somewhat, you know, burning a little bit. But
kind of bleeding right now.
But trying their best. But he is on some great pace here to make it early. Ellie's lava boost. I'm not sure if Poke has it down. Okay, no triple jump for Lunar, but I feel like maybe he can still make it. That might call it.
That makes it.
He's pausing.
It makes it. If you long jump and then you see the top of Mario's head going above the platform in front of you, then you make it.
Huh. Okay, well, Poke is now up to bat. I guess that's Lunarjump's signature pause, actually.
Yeah, that's the Lunarjump pause. I'm very happy that I saw it come out.
I'm pretty sure we didn't see it last time that I saw
Lunarjump looking very, you know, lunar pumped up right now. Poke, you know, really struggling here with Fire Sea.
Well, okay, that would have been sick if it worked, but didn't, so not that sick. But Poke making some moves out here, going for a nice normal cycle. Definitely gonna be a rough situation. And wait, did he miss that red? I just completely missed that. I guess he must have.
Poke back up. Yeah, Poke. Things are just escalating out of control at this point.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if he's going to make normal cycle right now, and that's just really not the situation you want to be in.
I don't think that he's going to make normal cycle.
Yeah,
that's normal cycle right there. Coming down.
I'm pretty, that sounds about right. There's no way that was early cycle.
No, well, what do we call this cycle?
Slowpoke cycle? Commentators poking fun at Poke, trying to do his best.
Cycle.
Not quite woke cycle, but Poke cycle. But he's...
Yeah, he's looking a little soaked in sweat right now. Fire Sea,
yes!
Pretty hot.
I mean, it definitely is. We have covered that, but it needs to be reiterated. And it's getting to him, the soak seeping into his brain cells.
Okay.
Causing some turbulence in the system.
Yeah. Doesn't
Nice
have,
thing.
you know, the best plumbing inside his mental faculties. Pretty hard to get that sweat out.
Yeah, I mean, once it's in there, I don't know what you're gonna do. You need a brain sucker thing. I don't know what you would need. Maybe something that would suck it out of your brain. But
a straw.
Yeah. Well, lunar jump, beautiful triple jump wall kick. Okay, on the edge of that box, but that'll play. Playing it super safe.
Yeah, lunar jump is looking like very reserved today. Which is good. I mean, it's really paying off for him. Look at the star lead.
Yeah. Slow and steady wins the race. It isn't about developing a 5-second lead in the first 10 minutes. It's about developing a 20-second lead throughout the whole race. All you really need is like 10, 20 seconds, and you're pretty safe. If you can miss a Bowser throw, that's pretty good. That's not happening.
Yeah, lunar jump just trying to not to look like, you know, a lunar chump. You know, doesn't want to fall into the lunar slump that you might see. This is kind of like a Dr. Seuss stream, honestly.
A little bit. Commentator on point with the rhymes. Commentator trying to think of a rhyme that he can use as well, but, you know, lost for words. Might be able to come up with one in a moment. Kind of embarrassing, you know, commentator, also a rapper, should be able to come up with a rhyme, but on the spot, it's a little bit harder. Poke! Slipping.
Yeah, I don't know if we necessarily need to rhyme all the time.
Wow.
That wasn't that was on purpose. I'm not trying to flex. I'm not trying to flex on you simply, but you could do a little bit better.
Wow. Okay, co-commentator. It's getting a little heated out in the booth here. Might need some bits. Might need some dabs. Could use some clock.
We could use some bits. Clocks would work.
A clock is just as good, if not better, I would argue. Poke. Beautiful triple jump wall kick. It does a dive up there. I'm not really sure what's going on there, but you know what happens. We're working on his 100 plus secrets. Looking pretty good so far. I feel like 100 plus secrets is a super smooth start.
It can
not
be.
a whole lot can go wrong.
There's a couple RNG issues that you can have, especially with the boxes at the beginning. It can be really tough.
That is true. All right. Let's grab it. We got 1,000 bits in the chat. It just goes to show, once you ask for bits, you get bits. It's a beautiful
and 30
system.
PogChamps. 30 PogChamps.
Thank you very much, Mutilated Puppet, for the 1,000 bits, and thank you, Intuition, for the 30 PogChamps. Thank you, everyone, for the clocks and the dabs. Feeding us your energy. Lunar Jump wrapping it up. 101 coins, though. That's really going to bite him in the butt. But not actually.
No, not really. He didn't really waste any time getting that extra coin.
Yeah, apparently it starts after 103
It's after
or 104.
No, I'm pretty sure that you lose time once it's 102.
Okay. I mean, that's what it feels like as a runner. Okay, thank you, Jerry, for the 1 bit.
But Lunar Jump, he's working on Tiny Huge Island Reds, but he's also doing HMC late. So this is the strat he does to avoid TikTok Clock 100 coin. But he actually died here in his previous race. So let's see what he's got.
Looking really good so far. I feel like after the 4th red, you're pretty good. But I think he died right here on this long jump.
Yeah, he did. But he's good.
No problem.
Oh, yeah. That wall kick dive after grabbing the last red is actually pretty tough. It's really awkward there.
Yeah, the angles on the walls are just not...
They're not intuitive.
Yeah, not at all. It takes some time, takes some research. Got to go to the lab. Look under the stethoscope, the microscope. Quick scope.
Stethoscope. I don't know. But Lunar Jump, very solid. Tiny Huge Island Secrets. That was a long pause.
Commentators leaving everyone in the dark. Everyone worried.
Yeah, I feel like we've been talking the whole race like without any breaks, and then just all of a sudden 20 seconds of like nothing.
Yeah, that was 20 seconds. Commentator with a very good sense of time.
Yep.
Poke now working on his secrets. Can he step up to the plate? Swing. It's looking good. This third secret, big problems. Nice. Triple jump dive. Lunar playing it pretty safe.
Arguably, that could have been a little bit more. I think that might have been a little bit more solid than Lunar's.
Yeah. No, I don't think Lunar did the triple jump dive. I think he just did a triple jump. Okay.
I'm pretty sure he did triple jump dive.
Okay. Commentators in a very intense, heated argument about whether or not he did it. This will be resolved at some point, hopefully. But yeah, probably not, because we can't go back in time. Not. Yeah, so we're just gonna have to sit here.
People could just clip it, but you don't have to. Just give us bits instead.
Just clock it. Speaking of bits, though, thank you, Thero, for the 10 PogChamps and Triforce for the 5 bits. Some excellent commentators in the community, and just all around beautiful men. Chiseled chins. Oh,
Lunar Jump really early on that ground pound.
Yeah, that might...
Which is actually kind of crazy. I feel like you'd want a later ground pound there.
Ideally, but I don't know. When you're racing, your heart is pounding. As
okay, Poke doesn't quite make it onto land here. Wall kicks into nothing. Can't grab the land. Runs around the circle.
Okay. Makes it happen. Poke just running into some really weird problems. Just looking generally a little bit shaky.
Okay, really early slide kick there on the piranha. You usually see people walk in a big circular pattern after the second piranha, so that your slide kick is perfect timing for the third one. And side flip into the star. Interesting.
Lunar,
jump.
get it!
He gets grabbed by the Chuckya. He lets go, but he takes fall damage and falls down.
Goodness. The Chuckya saying no. That was an interference right there. Dude, that was insane. I had a feeling that was gonna happen. It didn't look too good. Lunar jump struggling with the breeze full star. What is that called? Is that called an interception in football? When you throw the ball and the other team grabs it?
Yeah, that's an interception.
Okay.
Okay, Poke goes for breezeless, but now he's going for breeze full. Hopefully he can avoid that, Chuckya. I think he's fine though.
Yeah, Chuckya staying back, getting caught in the edge.
Jump into the star.
Huge.
Massive jump.
Giga jump.
Absolute jump.
I agree. Alright, this mountain clip is... I've been seeing a lot of people in all of the tournaments struggling with mountain clip.
That's actually kind of crazy. I feel like players go through phases, though, of difficulty with mountain clip.
Oh!
Okay, lunar jump, yeah. He fails the movement going up, dives all the way down.
Yeah, that's a little rough. I mean, okay, the mountain clip is... It's definitely... In theory, it's very easy. Like, you do it once, you're like, wow, that's so easy to clip through. But then, sometimes it doesn't work, and you're like, what's going on here? Because there's weird parts of it where you need to have the right amount of speed. You need to be in the right spot. But both players, thus far, rocking it, Poke diving right in.
I personally feel like mountain clip isn't too bad, but I have, like, a history with Ocarina of Time speedruns, so clips and, like, tricks like that are usually a little easier for me to understand, I think. But lunar jump, playing it fairly safe on red coins here with the mushroom rollouts that he was doing. And goes for the side flip wall kick at the end. Not gonna pay off. He's trying to kick off this ledge, but he just really just go for the ledge grab. Just go for the ledge grab.
Refusing.
He goes all the way around.
So, I know where he's coming from. It just looks like Mario should be able to clip up there. Lunar jump not refusing to accept the facts. Losing quite a bit of time there. Could be easing into the lunar slump that was brought up earlier.
I'm pretty sure that lunar jump is just falling into his habits there. I'm pretty sure in his head he's like, no, I am kicking up this ledge. I'm not grabbing.
That's lunar for you. Break that wall. You keep punching the wall until it breaks. Something like that.
And then Lunar takes fall damage on his way to the box. Perhaps things are starting to add up a little bit. Poke also having a better movement on the mushrooms, but Maze entry a little slower and some difficulty as well. Okay, he recoils on his kick. Ooh, side flip. That'll work.
Still a lot cleaner, a lot quicker. But yeah, I mean he's easing up here on lunar jump, creeping up, pumping the gas pedal. Not quite full throttle, but you know.
Nice snowman's head. Actually, it looks like he got a first frame wall kick there, and still managed to control it. No problems there.
Yeah, that was pretty nice. It wasn't like, wow, what a snowman's head, but it's like, you know, nice. He didn't fall.
I wonder if he normally does that double jump dive into the star instead of just doing a roll out after the side flip.
Okay, taking a serious amount of time to contemplate his actions. Poke lost in the sauce, or should I more accurately say snow?
Yeah, there's a lot of sauce on the ground in Minnesota.
A lot. It has been coming down these past couple of days. It is just not. Man, winter. I always forget how hard winter slaps you in the face.
I hate snow because it's on the ground literally half the year in Minnesota.
Yeah, it can be rough. You got to be properly equipped, for sure. Okay, Poke with his own...
Interesting, homemade-looking roll from the freezing pond movement.
Yeah, not following the typical recipe we see from most players, forgetting the salt, but adding some sugar. A little bit of lovin' from his personal oven. You gotta love it. Good job, though. Heading over to the Ice Bully. Easiest boss, biggest joke in the world. You don't even give him a chance. He looks super angry, and he's just, he doesn't, I think it'd be funny if he was like, if he switched his emotion to maybe like a sad thing or something, but he's just angry. He has no chance to even consider what's going on, and then disappears into the ice lava.
He doesn't even have time to be sad. That's the problem. The Lunar Jump stage exit. It is time for Hazy Maze Cave late. And he'll be grabbing that second MIPS on his way down. Okay, tree grab. I don't think this is as easy a boss as you were saying from earlier.
Flipping the script, Poke taking him out with his cheeks. Did you catch that? Boosting up and not even looking at him as he knocks him out.
I actually personally think that Chilled the Bully is the easiest star in the game, though.
It feels like one that if you told a random person on the street, I want you to get a really good time on this star, it's probably the star that someone could get the fastest time on the quickest.
I mean, yeah. It's really easy. I think it took me 10 minutes to tie the best time for, like, regular speedrun strats for that star. It's really simple.
Yeah, it feels good too. It's just a smooth star all around. But we are now in the Hazy Maze Cave, and it is time for some action. Triple jump box being probably the biggest pain. Lunar jump, no problems.
Nice triple box jump.
Beautiful dive, so graceful.
And Hazy Maze Cave, I'd consider it quite a bit easier in regular 70 star than non-stop 70 star. So Lunar Jump probably feeling pretty solid here.
Okay, little hop. Not quite a Lunar Jump. Heading over to Christmas Miracle.
What would you call it? Like an asteroid hop?
Poke having some fun.
Yeah, slow get up on the box. You know?
That's just rubbing it in. Unfortunate triple jump box things going on there for Poke, but manages to get it figured out. At least didn't break the box. That's always the worst. When you're just playing around, can't get it going, and you break the box. You just feel like an absolute, man. Dingus. Perfect. Co-commentator coming up.
Though, making those Christmas miracles happen 26 days early. He's got Santa's colors on, too. I'm just saying, have you ever seen Lunar Jump and Santa in the same room at the same time?
My mind is a little bit blown.
Whoa, first he's Lunar Jump! What else are you watching? He had bad boulders, so he just decided to firstie over them.
That was insane. But what is arguably 10 times more insane, Open Fire GG dropping 2,500 pub champs in the chat. Saying
definitely more insane.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Open Fire GG. Your comment warms my heart. But I don't know if we can take the title for best commentary on Twitch, but we're certainly striving to provide the highest level of speed running commentary that you will find anywhere. So thank you very much appreciated. We're working every day, striving.
Yeah,
diving.
We're working on it. We're on the grind.
On the grind for the guap.
I'd rather have
Nice
guac.
Guac?
Yeah, guac. Dude,
Not a huge fan of guac.
Okay. People need to know. I know that we talk about it all the time on stream, but Taco Bell, the current promo item is the Midnight Melt Taco. Everyone go get it. It's
Lunar Jump! Almost BLJ throwing himself in the disqualified bin.
He would have gotten DQ'd, but
I swear that happens every time he goes on the stairs. He's just so ingrained in his mind that he needs to do BLJ.
Back to the taco though. More important.
Yeah, no, the tacos. It's okay. I got one. I've had one, and the shell was a joke. It was like way too hard, but when it was good, like when I was able to make a dent. No, yeah. It's good stuff. Would recommend the Midnight Melt Taco. Would also recommend, Vi.gg. If you are not in the US and you're of legal age, ! Bet, you can check out the link. You can make a bet, a pretty penny, as the kids are saying, and they cover your first bet.
I mean, yeah, why wouldn't you want a pretty penny? Yeah, it's a first bet. I think it's up to $20.
Yeah.
Basically, it's Vi.gg. First $20 free. Pretty crazy.
I mean, think of all the Midnight Melt Tacos that you could have. Lunar Jump really struggling to get to the hole. Backflip, ground pound. Oh my goodness. An exhibition out here. Get in there.
Imagine you put the $20 down and then you win. Like a 1-to-1 and you get $40. That's like 8 of the Midnight Melt Taco boxes.
That's some quick maths as well, right there. Lunar Jump struggling a little bit with the reds and getting his tiny burn.
Having a much better time here on reds.
Yeah, but Poke did miss. Yeah, he missed his Lakitu bounce, though. Lunar Jump did get it. So, I don't know, man. I feel like it's such a huge weight on the player's mentality when you miss a Lakitu bounce.
Lunar Jump is up 2 stars and doesn't have to work on TikTok Clock 100 coin, which is arguably the hardest thing that you might do in a 70-star run in Tippy, honestly.
Wow, that was a super.
Lunar Jump taking a fall. Fails Tricky Triangles.
No!
Fails Lakitu bounce again. He has Tricky Triangles as a backup, though.
He does, but oh man.
You know, Lunar Jump actually has a history of failing Tricky Triangles really badly.
Oh, okay. Poke, what's the backup? What is the backup?
Up there. What
red.
Okay. He's just gonna press the switch again. What used to happen to Lunar Jump is he actually used to do a manual jump kick for Tricky Triangles and would just never line up properly with the spinning platform cycle.
Really?
Yeah. He was streaming it and he just could not understand it, and then I saw him doing a manual jump kick and I was like, what are you doing?
Lunar Jump, a man of his own ways. Oh, but Poke denied by the rotating platform. Not in the right position to land that wall kick, taking a big fall, so not going to be able to capitalize on Lunar Jump's fall. Lunar Jump kind of running away with it right now, definitely in the driver's seat.
Yeah, he's
accelerating on the gas pedal.
Right now.
Speeding. Needs to worry about the cops. The ops might be around, so okay, slowing down, not a bad move. Might not need to worry as much about the ops. That should be okay. The time that Lunar Jump just entered in.
He's just gonna do time moving, but without the triple jump wall kick. Oh, it's Is it
this is random.
Yeah, it's time random. Okay.
Not really a huge deal, I guess. If you're not going for the time moving strat, triple jump wall kick.
I mean, okay, in the box, just to add a little bit of extra. Okay, Lunar Jump with a death.
That is what happens when you enter in time random. You don't know when anything's gonna do. All the cogs have a mind of their own. Clapping, Lunar Jump.
To be fair, with the movement that he did, though, it shouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, but he couldn't get it going.
Lunar Jump's in here again during time moving. Maybe he wanted a little bit of revenge. I don't know why he wouldn't do the triple jump wall kick. And a bonk!
Man, I don't know how many. Can we get a bonk? We need like a bonk counter because Lunar Jump has been making it happen.
And another ledge grab from Lunar.
Yeah, taking his time, really, here in TikTok Clock, offering some slack for Poke. Can Poke capitalized? Maybe.
I think that we need some clocks for TikTok Clock. I was gonna say ice clocks, but what happened to our ice clocks?
We don't have ice clocks?
No, what happened to our ice clocks? They're only on Speedrun at SM64, but not on Speedrun. We don't have ice clocks.
It's because we've got Speedrun pause.
Okay, Lunar Jump's going for moving reds, and it's maybe he's flexing a little bit too hard in the lead right now. I think what's happening is Poke is kind of catching him here. If Poke finishes 100 coin here before Lunar Jump finishes red coins, I think he's actually in the lead.
But Lunar Jump looks like he's okay. The ground pound.
Okay.
The tactical ground pound.
Oh, the biggest mistake that you can basically make on 100 coin. I mean, there's a couple bigger ones that you can make, but the biggest common mistake is failing that triple jump wall kick. Yeah,
that's rough. Again, it's just Lunar gives him a little bit of slack, a little bit of space to close the gap, but Poke obsessed with opening it back up.
I wonder what the script says for this race. It could come down to the wire.
Lunar, what's he doing?
What's going on?
Imagine if he wall kicked onto the hand. I thought he was about to land on the hand and then just get a hand. That would have been epic. But unfortunately, Lunar Jump, a very epic individual, not that epic.
One thing to note is that yes, Lunar Jump will probably have like 66 stars at the time that Poke has 65. But okay, he might be working on Stomp on the Thwomp right now. It's actually a pretty long star without 100 points. Oh no, he's doing time jumps.
Beautiful wall kicks from Poke.
So Poke is down 1 star, but Lunar Jump has a longer star to do than Poke has, if that makes sense.
That makes sense. But Lunar Jump has done reds. Reds are kind of a longer one. I imagine Poke will wait for time stop. It's hard to say, but with what's happening in this TikTok clock thus far, man, I don't know. It's a speedrun
Lunar
S.
jump goes for the time moving triple jump. Very nice.
Okay,
He goes for the best pendulum cycle, but he doesn't quite make the long jump off of the pushy block.
Oh,
let's
grab taking as much time as he can. So I don't know if you noticed, but Poke just went for get a hand first.
Yeah, I can't get behind that.
Yeah,
I don't like that. If you don't fail, it doesn't matter. But failing happens quite often.
right. You want to work top, down, but Poke. Okay, he's mixing it up. Bottom, top, and then middle.
Yeah, that's
sandwich.
That's a pretty weird order. But the sandwich is better than the bottom up for sure.
A beautiful star sandwich. Probably pretty tasty, but you know, cannot beat the midnight melt taco. I mean,
basically going bottom up is like eating ice cream cone bottom up. It's kind of like biting the bottom of the cone and you just kind of like suck it in instead of just looking at the top and then eating the cone.
That's an interesting analogy.
Did you ever do that when you were a kid? Did you ever just bite the bottom of the cone and just suck
No. I just knew what was gonna happen. I was like, that'll be a drippy boy. I was always pretty clean, trying to keep the mess to a minimum if I could. That would be a mess. Unless you're outside. You're outside in the sun, enjoying life, nice picnic, mom and dad. You got
nice stop in the swamp from Lunar Jump. Oh wait, I think did Lunar Jump already get towed or not get towed?
I don't think he did.
Okay, so he's way ahead.
Yep. Lunar Jump will be headed into Sky very soon. I'm pretty sure Poke did
nice first from Poke.
Yeah, beautiful.
Poke did get towed from what I could tell.
Yeah, so I think he's got reds left, and
red.
he'll be joining.
Yeah, so Lunar Jump actually has a considerable lead here, but he's been looking shaky here in Tippy. I wouldn't put it past
the long jumps. Let's go.
Forward long jumps.
Another Lunar Jump special. Looks pretty interesting. It's pretty fun. You know, typically you see the backwards long jumps, but you got to give some love to the frontwards long jumps as well. Nice triple jump dive. That's pretty. Oh!
Okay, ledge grab. And ledge grab.
Okay, Lunar Jump sizing up the scene, making sure both sides of the ledge are in fact real.
The angle on his triple jump dive was also a little sketchy, a little bit far to the right. So Lunar Jump, I don't know. Could be feeling a little shaky right now. He's going for moving right side triple jump. This is what he normally does. And he's up there, no problem.
And he goes for the side flip.
The elevator, and then a side flip onto the higher elevator. Yeah, elevator very nice.
That's so hot. All right.
He's in the pipe.
He is in the pipe.
It's time for throw. Lunar Jump missing as many throws as he'd need to miss, but it could happen.
Are you willing to bet on that?
Vida GG bet.
Righto. Commentators thinking you could bet on things such as Bowser throws, don't actually know how it works, not really sure what they're plug-in, but you know, Vi.GG is a thing, and you can bet there. Lunar Jump winding it up, third throw, 3 in a row, beautiful. Easy money.
Walking in that 52, I think Poke is probably on pace for 54. He did fall down earlier.
Yeah. GG. Lunar Jump taking it, but you know, for a while there, it was pretty heated. Poke, and you gotta give it to him.
Mutilated dropping the bits though.
Oh my.
That's like 700?
Let's do some quick math. Yes.
Yeah.
700.
700. Crazy. Thank you for the 700 bits.
Puppet. Very much appreciated, sir. Poke coming in here, wrapping it up, going to be tossing Bowser around as well. We will be getting these gentlemen in here shortly. Okay, Bowser roughing him up a bit. Poke not too happy about that, though, clearly giving him a huge toss. I like that angle. I like that side flip dive, but not quite.
Yeah, that throw, well, he did throw it a little shallow, so...
Yeah, at least he didn't throw him off. But what was that camera?
Okay, and then he throws him off, though.
That camera was the most questionable thing I think I've seen.
Yeah, what was he aiming at?
Okay.
He might die here.
Yeah,
and fire is on the table. He's gonna have to avoid it if he wants to live.
And he's cautious.
Quick regrab. Well, if he wanted the quick regrab, he would have had to really juke out the flame.
Whew. He is good. He
is good in the hood.
and Poke collecting that star. At the end of the day, you know, both players winning, beating Bowser and saving the princess, and that is something that you can be proud about.
You can be proud of that.
You can be. You probably won't be. You probably don't give much of a damn, but it's a nice consolation. Get the girl, presumably. Yeah, you don't really know if you get Peach. I mean, a kiss on the nose? Are you kidding me? That's all Mario
and then
gets?
she walks away. But then she calls her name, so it's fine.
But Mario seems very he seems very okay with the kiss on the nose. So we will not be doing an interview, unfortunately, with these gentlemen because time is a thing. But on the bright side, Pit, what is coming up next?
We have a Super Metroid race coming up, so you guys should stay tuned for that. We've had some really interesting races in the tournament for that so far, and that's pretty cool. And that will be Shiny Zenny versus Elminster RTA. Elminster, one of the older
Old boy
community member speedrunners. Yeah, he's been around forever. Should be a pretty good match. And then tomorrow, you know, we have more of Super Mario Odyssey, Super Mario 64 going on. So, you know, come back for that. We'll be on the comms again for the final race again tomorrow. So, you know, you like the Pity Simp commentary, come back tomorrow for that.
Yeah,
and
make sure to take a look at the schedule.
Yep. So we'll be back after a short intermission with Super Metroid. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you very much, everybody.
And thanks for the 100 bits.
Yeah, thank you for the 100 bits. Peace.